Hi there, welcome to Navigating Grad School YouTube channel. My name is Ebenezer, and if today is your first time visiting my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video. So in today's video, I'm going to speak about my F1 visa experience part 2 in the F1 visa series. Please, before I dive in, I want to say that the F1 visa experiences I'm sharing, they are not expert advice. These are my personal experiences, the processes I went through. Okay, so they are not expert advice. They are my personal experiences and how I think you could make an informed decision watching this video to help you also prepare to make sure you succeed during your F1 visa interview. So without wasting much time, let's dive in. Today I'm going to talk about my F1 visa interview experience, the day of my interview, from home to the interview venue and what actually happened, and some of the few lessons that you should learn before going to the visa interview. Okay, so let's start. My interview was venue was in Accra, Ghana. The date was 11 a.m. and it's also on the 11th of June 2025. You know, 2025 was a special day for F1 visa interview because of the uncertainties. Okay, the uncertainties around the visa interview for especially for the US visa F1 interview. The uncertainties around it was a lot. So I mean, it wasn't an easy year. It wasn't an easy year. So I think my experiences help you also make an informed decision for you to prepare um, when you are going for your interview. So on the day of the interview, my interview was 11 a.m. as I mentioned earlier. So that particular morning, I woke up early, and my wife actually, I wrote down some questions, okay, and I made my wife took me through those questions. She asked me, and then I responded, and also she gave her suggestions about my responses and how best I could approach or I could have done it. Okay, so after that, I left home around the interview was 11 and I left home around 7:30 because of traffic. I got to the place, I got to the US Embassy in Accra around 8:30 a.m. though my interview was at 11 a.m. So over there, I saw about 100 people, an estimate. They were already there, so I was like, wow, what is happening here? You understand? So I the document I sent, I had all my documents. I will speak about documents, but today that's not the focus of today's video. So my bag, I handed over my bag to some security people there. I mean, if you haven't a bag, you shouldn't worry because the in the Accra embassy, you have like they have the security guys there or some individuals there who actually could take care of your bags and everything, and and you give them some token. I mean, some money. I think it's around 10 or 20 cedis. It's not anything expensive, okay, depending on the bags that you have. Okay, so I joined the queue and I met a lot of people there. I joined the queue. We were called in around 10, I think 10:30. We were called, we were given numbers, and we went through all the processes, all the verification processes, the biometric verification, the pictures, and everything. Going through your DS-160 forms, all documents were checked, your payment details, okay, all the various payments you made, okay, the receipt of all those payment, they verify all of them, and your interview appointment date, they check whether you were supposed to be there that particular day. We went through all those process smoothly. Now, in the interview room, after we got to the interview room, okay, there were three views, okay, two white ladies and then also black American woman, and I was actually interviewed by a black American woman. Okay, so there were three queues there. Okay, there were three queues, and I was in I think the first queue, and I was the third person in that particular queue. And the most interesting thing is that whatever is happening in the interview room, okay, you get to hear whoever will be interviewed before you'll get to know the kind of questions and what actually transpired, whether the person was denied or the person was issued the visa. Okay, you'll get to know. So the first person in our queue went, and though I was even the third person, okay, I was hearing everything clearly. They were asking her, she got denied. The second person went, and he was pushed. He was put on administrative. He was put on administrative processing. He was put on administrative processing after the questions. Okay, so when it got my turn, I smiled. I looked at her face, and she started. The first question she asked me, the first question I was asked by the VO was she actually asked me two questions, but the first question was a one in a, well, I say a one in two question. Okay, she asked me, the first question was, why this school and the program? Okay, so this is one question, but she's actually asking you two questions in a one statement. She was asking me two questions. Okay, and so why this school and the program? I gave it a thought. At that point I didn't really know what to say, because though I've prepared for the individual questions, okay, I've prepared for the individual questions, I didn't know how to approach it. So I paused for a while, for about a few seconds, and I started giving the response. Okay, and why the school, why the program? I actually spoke about my research. Okay, I spoke about the research, my research interest, and the schools, how why it's aligned with the school, and then the expert of my advisor in actually conducting the research, which I think will help me get the necessary skill set. Okay, after that I tied it to my home. Okay, my research is actually based on lead and lead, and Ghana is also faced with this issue of galamsey, so I tied it with that. I tied it to that. Okay, so that is also showing home ties. Okay, home ties. So I actually chipped in, and I was able to answer it. I didn't give a perfect answer, but I think I was making sense. Okay, and then the next question was, who is funding you? And I was a little bit surprised, because at that time I had funding from the school. My funding was coming from the research that my advisor, the grant my advisor is having, and everything is I was giving tuition waiver. I'll be giving monthly stipend, and also my my health insurance was also covered. So I was wondering, though I was having full funding, why is she asking me these questions again? So I was really a little bit surprised, but I also gave it a thought, and I approached it. I explained. I went straight to the question. Okay, I gave it a thought. I mentioned straight that the school is funding me, and giving me my funding is I'm fully funded, and it comes in the form of a teaching research assistantship, and I'll be working under this so and so professor. Okay, and conducting literature review, doing lab experiment, and everything. Okay, and in turn the school is also giving me this, you understand? So you should be able to explain your duties and why the school is giving you those funding. It's very, very important. So I think if you are going, even if you are offered funding, if you are having full funding, trust me, you have to prepare. You have to prepare to defend your case. Okay, you have to prepare and speak well. So after that, she was actually looking at my face. I would say all my answers I gave, they were not perfect, but I think I was making some sense. That's what I would say. I was making some sense. You understand? So she looked into my face, and all I could hear, I heard her saying that she cannot approve my visa now, and she handed me over a paper, a white paper, and I looked into the document, and I saw that administrative processing your visa have been approved, but they wrote something like administrative processing. So she said she have putting me on administrative processing. She took my my passport. She took my passport, and then also she handed me over a small, will I say, handout. Okay, and on the handout they wrote know your duties, know your rights. Okay, know your rights in the US. Okay, know your rights in the US. So she said that since I'll be working as a research assistant, I should know my rights, and that kind of gave me some confidence because I didn't know what to do at that moment. Okay, I didn't know what to do. She handed me over that document, and I couldn't say anything. I just said thank you, and I don't know. I was a little bit, will I say, confused, and I left the venue and I went back. I took my bag. I I exchanged few greetings with those who were outside the interview room. They were asking me the kind of question I was asked. I spoke to them a little bit, and I have to head back home. So that was my visa interview experience. It wasn't easy. There was a lot of tensions around. Okay, now I want to speak about some few things. Okay, some few things that you should do when you get to the visa interview, which I think nearly cost me. Okay, so now on the day of the visa interview, when I went there, though I was going for an interview, when I went there, I don't know what happened, but I met a lot of people, my junior high school friends, senior high school friends, and some of my, even my, how do you call it, my tertiary friends, okay, university friends, okay, my mates. Some of them, I met them there. They were also coming for F1 visa interview. Either they were coming for F1 interview or they were escorting some people. So because we met for long, we were engaged in conversation. So we were engaged in conversation, we were talking, and I think that also drifted my attention a little. So my advice is that when you go there, though you have some conversation, you can remain a little silent and be mindful of how you speak so that it will not take your attention. Focus on what you are going to do there on that specific day. Okay. Also, when you are going for your F1 visa, when on the day of the interview in the venue, in the interview room, I would say that pay attention to whoever is, if you are in the queue for the US Embassy in Accra, I don't know whether things have changed, but whoever is, whichever queue you are in, okay, whatever, whoever is ahead of you, whatever question they are asking that specific person, you will get to know, okay, you will know everything. So I would say that when if that person is denied in some way, it could affect you, but you have to be confident in yourself. You have to be confident in your responses that you are going to give, and you have to be bold. So don't let the decision of the view of someone affect you. Okay, it could affect you, but don't let it influence your interview. And one best tip in that is that even if the person is denied or not, whatever question the person was asked, trust me, the probability that you get some of those questions are very high. So trust me. So prepare. Listen carefully to whatever question they were asking that specific individual so that you could also prepare in case you are asked. Okay. So those are some of the few tips there in the interview. Okay. Pay attention. Pay attention. And when you are speaking, look into the viewer's face, look into the eye. Sometimes it's difficult to look into somebody's eyes because you might even get confused and you might not be able to speak or say what you are going to you'll be able to say. So the best approach is you look on the forehead of the person. If you are looking on the forehead, it means it could also means you are looking into the eyes. Okay, forehead is a good place to look at, and you'll be able to speak confidently. Okay, be confident. Don't be too overconfident. Be confident but not overconfident. And also don't be too timid. Be bold. Okay, be bold. Speak, because you don't have any other day. That particular day you have to make it work. You have gone through application. It's a lot. Okay, It's a lot. You have paid a lot of fees and you have gotten there, you have funding, you have to take the you have to get a visa. Okay, you have to get a visa. Now, a particular aspect of my visa interview I think I didn't speak about was after the administrative processing. Okay, after I was put on administrative processing, and the following day, I think the following day when I checked, I was a particular somebody sent me a link. When I checked my status, I got approved the following day. Okay, I was sent a date and to book for to book to pick up my visa, and I was really excited. When I went home, I prayed a lot. Okay, so you have to also pray. Okay, pray, especially if you're a believer. If you are going for your F1 visa interview, you see, when you pray more, you become more confident. Okay, you become confident not in yourself, but you have confidence that God is leading you and you are going to succeed. So pray. I don't know, but I don't think any F1 visa interview, especially from Ghana, Nigeria, they are prayerful. Trust me, no one will be going for the visa interview without praying. I don't know. Then that person might be, I don't know. You pray, you have to pray. You can't do it alone because it's not easy. The special, well, I say special news, key terms for um, F1 visa interview nowadays is the social media checks and administrative processing. And I mean, those are like in 2025, those were the key terms, trending terms for F1 visa interview: social media checks and administrative processing. I mean, now I think at first you could be granted a visa instantly, but from my time, from June 11, 2025, I don't know whether they still give an instant or will I say approval. I don't know. I can't tell about that. I can't tell about that. Whether they give instant approval, that one I can't tell for sure. I can't tell. But what I know was administrative processing. Even if you have a good story or something, they might do their social media checks. All you have to do is that you don't have to have any bad things, bad comment about people, about the US on your, I mean, how will you even do that? I don't think it's something good. You should clean your social media platform. Make sure you are posting decent information. You are posting information that if you are making a post, post something that brings value. Okay, something that is worth it. Okay, don't go and be negative on social media. Be a positive person. Be a positive person that will bring value. All right, so I hope today's video have been helpful, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video, because when you do that, it also motivates me to do more video, to share my experiences. If you are having a visa appointment this 2026, please stay tuned to this channel, because I'm going to be giving you a lot of visa information tips based on my experiences. Please, these are not expert advice. They are based on my experiences. Okay, they are based on my experiences. They are based on my experiences. So please, I know the all the information I share, not all of them will be beneficial to you, but I know your case is different from my case, but there are certain information that you can learn from all the information I'm sharing. So please, learn from it, learn and make your decision. And I wish you all the best in your F1 visa interview. Prepare well, because there's a saying that proper preparation prevent poor performance. Proper preparation prevent poor poor performance. You know how getting the visa means to you. You know the process of your admission, and you are only left with the last stage of your process to get to the US for your studies. Therefore, you should take it with all seriousness. And I'm wishing you all the best in your F1 visa interview. Remember, the process is not easy, but it is possible. The process is not easy, but it is possible. Thank you once again for watching my video, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.